The fading boundary of free will. Imagine a city. No one is hungry. No one is sick. No one is at war. Food is unlimited. Water is unlimited. Shelter is unlimited. You don't have to do anything just to survive. It sounds like a utopia. In 1968, one scientist built exactly that. His goal was to create a paradise for mice. What he found instead was hell. For most of human history, we believed that hunger, war, and scarcity were what changed us, that people learned cruelty only through deprivation. So a simple question emerged. What if we removed every hardship? What if everyone was safe? What if everyone had as much food as they could ever want? Would human nature finally find peace? In 1968, American behavioral scientist John Calhoun set out to answer that very question. Calhoun built an enormous habitat. Everything the mice could possibly need was there. Hundreds of nesting spaces, unlimited food, clean water, a constant temperature, no predators, no disease, no threats from the outside world. The experiment would later become known as Universe 25. At first, everything unfolded exactly as expected. The mice multiplied, the colony grew. Everything seemed perfect. Then, something happened that no one saw coming. The food was still there, the water was still there, but the behavior began to change. Some male mice stopped doing anything at all. They no longer defended territory, they no longer mated, they no longer fought. They simply sat, ate, and groomed themselves. Calhoun gave them a name, the beautiful ones. Their bodies were flawless, but their lives had become completely empty. Elsewhere in the colony, the opposite was happening. Violence increased. Mothers began abandoning their young. Some even killed their own offspring. Fights broke out for no apparent reason. The social order collapsed. Birth rates declined. Eventually, the colony slowly died out, even though there was still food, still water, and no one was starving. Calhoun called it behavioral sink. The experiment attracted enormous attention for years. Some claimed it was a glimpse into humanity's future. Others argued that conclusion went far beyond what the experiment could actually support. After all, humans are not mice, and real cities are far more complex than a laboratory enclosure. But the experiment left behind a deeply unsettling question. What if our behavior is shaped less by our character and more by the environment we live in? What if what we call free will isn't as free as we think? Today, millions of people live in crowded cities. We're more connected than ever, and yet many feel more directionless than ever. We have more choices than any generation before us, and yet many people feel more directionless than ever. Maybe the problem isn't a lack of resources. Maybe it's a lack of meaning. John Calhoun wasn't trying to predict the future of mice. He was trying to understand behavior itself. He set out to build a paradise. What he discovered instead was this. A living creature doesn't collapse only from hunger. It can collapse from the absence of purpose. At the beginning of this video, I asked you to imagine a perfect city. Now, look at that city once again. Maybe the problem was never that nothing was missing. Maybe the problem was that the only thing missing was a reason to live. Because sometimes what keeps a living being alive isn't food alone. It's having something worth choosing.
And perhaps free will doesn't emerge when we have endless choices. Perhaps it emerges only when we have something meaningful to choose for.